What is going on, everybody? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. But in case you didn't, you guys are watching the one and only Paid to Drive and Paid to Drive Vlogs, day number 1338 coming at you. That's right, everybody. I hope you're all having a great one out there. And if you drive for any of the apps in the gig economy, which I know you do, GrubHub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever, you should definitely be subscribed to this channel. That's right, with all notifications on. Get started right now. Hit that free red subscribe button down below. I'll give you a second to do that. Tap the bell, set it to all so you can always stay up to date. Hit that like button real quick. If you drive in the gig economy, it lets YouTube know you're enjoying the videos. And let's jump into the email. You know, off the high dive. Jump into the email? No? Cringe? Yes. Okay. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, today's email, ladies and gentlemen, comes from Spencer. Everyone say thank you, Spencer, in the chat over there or in the comments down below. Seriously, say what's up to Spencer. So, he says this. Hey, Pete, you rarely are critical of GrubHub, but that's besides the point. It would be nice if you can put GrubHub on blast for the senseless, clueless way they've handled what amounted to a simple change of address request on my part. Now, let me just mention something. There have been plenty of times I have been critical of GrubHub. It's just that DoorDash happens to be the biggest company. Therefore, the biggest company typically has the biggest amount of issues and problems and things to talk about. Again, I started with GrubHub in 2017. It's been very good to me. But yes, they definitely have their issues, and you'll see that in this message here. So Spencer says, last week I received an email from GrubHub about changes to my market and the sub-region I was being assigned to. It just so happened that I also moved to a new address, which ultimately placed me in a different sub-region. Here's where it gets interesting. Along with the changes, blocks were removed by GrubHub. I received an email detailing a different day to select blocks. After several correspondence with GrubHub this week about changing my sub-region, I also got an email indicating my access to blocks were restricted. They claim it was linked to fraudulent activity to collect the hourly minimum without completing deliveries. Thus, I currently have no access to blocks, which can be a problem, and we're going to come back to that in a minute. Initially, my thinking is there are no hourly minimums in my state/market. And their response is a different response of their inability to resolve my initial issue, which was a simple change of address. After further thought, they're now alleging that I may be accepting orders, marking them as picked up, but not actually delivering them, which is a fraudulent activity, talking about things going sideways. From GrubHub informing me of a market change to me informing GrubHub of an address change, leading to what should be assigning to another subregion, to being accused of fraudulent activity and being placed on restriction to blocks. Jeez. Okay. So first and foremost, I'm going to ask the audience here. Like, remember in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Do you want to ask the audience? We're asking the audience. All right, Regis? In the chat or the comments right now, do you think that Spencer deserved to get what came to him here? Yes or no? I'm just curious. I'll wait for you guys to put something in the chat. And I'm going to tell you this. GrubHub needs to get rid of the blocks system. Let me repeat that. I've been saying this forever now. GrubHub, get rid of the blocks. Stop it. Because all it does is cause problems for drivers, okay? And I'm going to talk about another thing. If anyone out there is collecting an hourly minimum, you need to get yourself out of that mindset, okay? And I'm not coming down on Spencer about this. Spencer, I don't know how long you've been driving with GrubHub. If you could maybe respond in the comments, or if you're here in the chat, let me know how long you've been driving with GrubHub, because in the beginning, when I first started, I was using the hourly minimum. DoorDash wasn't available in my market. Uber Eats was out there, and I would supplement if GrubHub got slow with Uber Eats. But I was living off the hourly minimum, and I think it was $12 an hour. Yeah, it was like $12 an hour. And I'd be out there 11, 12 hours, you know? So I would make my, $130-something, $144 a day, and, that's what I was living off of. But as time went on, orders, and that was when orders weren't coming through as fast as they do now. So the hourly minimum was needed. But here's what happens, and they don't explain this to you. They really need to explain this about the block system. If you are on an hourly block, okay, and it's slow, cancel the block. Do not ride out an hour or two of just sitting there, maybe delivering one order or so, because if the amount that they are paying you in a particular market, like the $12 per hour, let's say you deliver one order that's like $6-7 or whatever, and then they have to fill in the extra $5 or whatever. If you do this too many times, they put you on block restriction. It's the stupidest thing ever because the driver doesn't understand why. They're like, well, what did I do? Okay, you may have done this and didn't even realize it. Okay, if that's not the case, then this could be a whole different issue. But this has been the most common thing, and I haven't spoken about this in a long time. But like you said, I don't talk about GrubHub enough. It's usually because there's not a lot of complaints going on, and there's usually not a ton of updates. But this has been an ongoing issue, which is why I decided to read this message, because it's like it is your fault, but it's not because you didn't know that that was the case. I'm assuming this is the issue that you were having here. And as far as them switching you to another sub-region or whatever, definitely get on the phone with driver care. Let them know, plead your case, tell them what's going on, tell them you moved, and that you need to speak to somebody about getting into the proper area. Try those things out and let me know if that helps at all. But yeah, GrubHub, please get rid of the block system. And I'm curious, anyone who drives for GrubHub out there, are you still collecting an hourly guarantee? They got rid of that in my market like 2.5-3 years ago. So let me know your thoughts. And if you guys ever want to send me anything, email it to paidtodrivestories@gmail.com. And at this time, you guessed it, everybody, I want to say thank you to all of our patrons over at patreon.com/paidtodrive. These people give a little something every month to help contribute to the channel. And my way of saying thank you is I give you shout outs in every new video. And you can also drop me a line right through the Patreon app and bypass my email, which is completely flooded. So when you hear your name called, say, hey, Pete, I heard my name. And of course, link is in the description or in the pinned top comment if you want to sign up. Brian Pomeroy, Heidi Barnes, Joe Valerio, Kurt Paul, Lee Peacock, Tulsa Todd, William Boudreau, Agus, Alan G. Van Horn, Drew Hanor, Fernando Carranza, Frank Haviland. We got Fresh One, Jason Casta, Justin Case, Lulu Laura, Natalie Mosley, Sarah Keston, Scott Freisner, Sherry Cassidy, Stephen Neely, Brian Richardson, Jenny Thomas, and of course we got John Bonacci, Matt Epperson, Nick G, Stacy Miller, Terrence Pacheco, and of course Valerie Brown. That's right, everybody, downtown Valerie Brown. All right, guys, sign up down below for Patreon and also sign up on the free Get Upside Gas app. It's a free app for your smartphone. Download it from the description down below. You go to your gas station, you pump your gas, print out your receipt, take a picture of your receipt with the Get Upside Gas app, and within 48 hours or so, they'll give you anywhere from 15 cents to 45 cents a gallon back for every gallon of gas that you pump. And if a friend or family member signs up using your code with the app that they give you, you'll get paid every time they pump gas. It's called Get Upside. Links in the description down below. Make sure to check it out. And of course, guys, if you want to get a t-shirt just like this, Live to Drive, Drive to Live, you can get one. That's right, over at paidtodrivestore.com. Get your t-shirts, hoodies, and goodies at paidtodrivestore.com. That's right, everybody. All right, go check that out. Everything's on sale. And if you made it to the end of this video, leave a comment saying end 116, end 116. Lets me know you made it to the end. Subscribe with all notifications on. Hit that red button down below. Tap the notification bell. I'll give you a second to do that. And of course, hit that like button, huh? Let's get 150. All right, that's all I got. Till next time, get that money, get that honey, keep hustling, keep bustling, and we'll see you next time right here on Paid to Drive and Paid to Drive Vlogs. Have a great one, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Drive safe, be well, and may the force be with you.